feel like you deserve it. And then imposter syndrome kicks in. And then you're like, oh my gosh, do I really know what I'm doing? And the worst part is, guess what? You don't. Because you haven't learned anything. And then it gets to the point where you start to honestly be on this major decline. You did great. First couple months, you did great. And then you slowly just start declining as time goes on. Because why? You didn't learn anything. You haven't been through a trial and error process. You probably don't really know how to edit videos for real. But everybody wants to skip that process. Guess what? If you do skip that process, you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to. You know, making content is a skill, right? Those years it takes you to be good, and when you finally are good, guess what? You've mastered the skill. When you don't master the skill, you're not good at it. You're just a guy making videos. And then people are going to realize, oh, you really don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then they really stop watching your videos. How is that better? How is skipping all of that and not being actually good better than, oh, it takes 4 years. Oh, I don't want it to take 2 years. It may take you 6 months, but you might learn a lot in those 6 months. Why skip that journey? Over a month ago, I did a critique on my boy K9's TikTok page. I did this on July 7th, and at the time, he was sitting at 46,000 followers. But look at his page now. My boy's sitting at 73,000 followers. That is insane. This was the same guy that was telling me that he was shadow banned. Look at my boy page now. You're doing great things now, man. He even took my advice. A lot of his videos now are performing very well. This was the same guy who said he was shadow banned. Them don't look like shadow ban numbers to me. He doing greatness out here. He's even making thought-provoking videos. This is actually a pretty great question. Can you be a self-taught boxer? A lot of people are scared to get punched in the face, and a lot of other people simply just can't afford a freaking boxing gym membership, whatever the case may be. So he decided to go ahead and answer this question. And in this case, 300 likes, 25 comments. My point exactly. He even started a new series where he rates his followers shadowboxing. This is great because this involves the viewers. They submit or they post the video to their page and he critiques their shadowboxing form, technique, how they throw their punches, whatever the case may be. This involves the viewers. This is a series like I keep telling you guys to do. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I going to sit here and try and take credit for K9's success on his page. Because let's be honest, he is the one who's recording these videos. He is the one who's editing these. He is the one coming up with the ideas. He is the one recording in his car when he's tired as fuck after boxing. He is the one who did this. I simply just said he should do X, Y, Z and stop thinking he's shadow banned and have some belief in himself. And all I did was made him realize the potential that he had to make this work. And that's the thing a lot of y'all need to understand. But that is the main point of this page. The main point of this page is to essentially give advice and pointers to creators, essentially things that I wish I would have had when I was having 2,000 followers and I struggled to get over 500 views a video. The stuff that nobody told me, stuff I wish I would have heard. That is the main point of this page, talking to an earlier version of Mr. Ranks. That is the main point of this page. So when I tell you to do something, I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying I know it's to help me on my journey and it might help you on yours. All I can do is speak from my own experience. So if you want your page critiqued, let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you're implementing the things that I'm telling you to. I made a video recently where I basically said that a great indicator that you're becoming a much better content creator is that you're no longer having this strong instant urge to check and see how all of your videos are performing. The fact that you lost that instant itch, that instant urge to go see how that video performed, you losing that makes you a much better content creator. But for some reason, I was having people disagree with me on that video. For example, Casey says, I disagree. Pattern recognition is the best strategy when it comes to finding your way as a creator, which is fine if people disagree with me. It just allows me to make a whole nother video. But what makes no sense to me is I explained my reasoning or I explained my point throughout the video. Like less than 30 seconds into the video. Could I have made a much better hook? I probably could have. I'm not perfect. I definitely could have done better. But did I not explain myself decently well afterwards, at least 30 seconds into the video? I definitely did. What I'm trying to get at is that you should no longer have this instant urge to test and see how your videos are performing like 2 hours after it's been uploaded. My guy, it takes an hour for your videos to fully hit the For You page, so 2 hours of data is not enough information to test and see whether or not this video idea is a banger, or these small implementations you added in this video are actually doing good. Your video has not been on long enough. It hasn't been up long enough. It just hasn't. You know, if after like 48 hours, then you can test and see, is this video idea doing great? Is this series gonna do good? What is the main thing I keep preaching on this page? If you have a short form content, if you make short form content, I should say, then you should have a series of some sort on your page. The only way to test and see if your series is doing good is by looking and checking the analytics of that. Not 2 hours after the video has been uploaded, after 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. Test to see with 3 or 4 iterations of that series. Part 1 may perform like shit. Part 2 may be a bit better. Part 3 might be an absolute banger. And 4 will also be a banger. But you won't know unless you collect enough data. So if you quit the series after its video's been uploaded for 3 hours and you say, oh, this video flopped, it only has this many views. Well, then guess what? You'll never know. You don't have enough data. Never once in that video did I ever say to stop checking the analytics entirely. Never once in that video did I ever say to not test out video ideas or video series to see how they perform on your page. What I do think you should do is you should lose that disgusting scarcity mindset that keeps you up at night wondering, oh, I want to see how this video's performing. Dude, it's been 3 hours. Relax a bit. That's the point I was trying to get across. We'll be critiquing another one of your guys' pages. We got my boy Nas on the Sean Block today who says, F it, do me, don't hold back. Hey, y'all. Now, this critique is going to feel a bit more personal because, well, I've known Nas for a few years now, and I've basically been watching every single one of his videos. So I've been able to track the progress on basically every single one of his most recent videos. In terms of numbers, my boy Nas is actually doing pretty good. He has 47,000 followers. He has 2.2 million likes. Doing pretty good so far. Let's check out the content on this page. Also, speaking from a numbers perspective, my boy Nas is actually doing pretty good. And the one thing that I always say that you should do in your videos is start a series and make thought-provoking videos, which Nas does. I mean, you could already tell by the text that's on his videos. Going back to play old CODs part, going back to play old CODs, going back to play old CODs. And the best part is he adds a great cover image so you have an idea of what the video is about beforehand. Now, when you make a thought-provoking video, you're probably gonna have numbers that look something like this. 3-digit likes, 3-digit comments, maybe 3-digit saves. He has 2-digit saves, the borderline 3-digit, but this is what I'm talking about. You have a video, if you're not saying dumb shit in the video, people are still liking the video, but you're making something thought-provoking so people are actually commenting on the video and they're also saving it because, let's say, for whatever reason, they like hearing you talk. Now, although I'm applauding Nas for having a lot of great practices in his videos, there are some things that he definitely needs to work on, which I've told him he needs to work on, but he refuses to listen. Number one being this face cam angle. I've told him before that if you want to have a face cam angle, especially for gaming, you want you to be the main focus when you're talking. Everything is in the background. You see both of his monitors, a door, his closet doors, his chairs, guitar in the background, which is cool. Have a great background, but you want to be closer to the camera in addition to everything being in the background. Number two is the fonts that he uses in his videos. I'm pretty sure he uses this text font from his editing software, which I'm not gonna lie to you, this font is pretty trash. If you want to add fonts within your videos, you want to add text within your videos, please use the TikTok text. For some odd reason, TikTok loves when you do that shit. Why? I don't know. I guess they just like when you use their own features, and it looks cleaner. Although I did applaud you for having a series on your page, I do think you executed some parts better than other ones. This is an example of you properly executing a part to a series.
Going back to old CODs, part Modern Warfare 2 2022.
This may be a really bad idea.
Oh, Jesus